Hey, this is so easy. We are supposed to write the converse of the given statement. Now, when we look at the statement very clearly, one thing we understand that it is already in the conditional form. It is in the if-then format, isn't it? Very simple. So, when it is in the if-then format, it makes our job very easy to write the converse. Because when we talk about a converse, what is converse of a given statement? It's very simple. We have to just swap the places of the antecedent and the consequent. That's it. Right? So, from the given statement, consequent will go to antecedent's place and antecedent will become the consequent. That's it. It's so simple. Now, we know when you have to write this statement, the converse, so we have to write the antecedent here. What is antecedent here? Whatever was the consequent here. What is the consequent in the given statement? Whatever follows then. What is that? The figure is a triangle. So, that is what you're supposed to write here. Your statement starts with that. That will become the antecedent now. That means we will say if the figure is a triangle. So you wrote it. Whatever was the consequent there became the antecedent here. We swapped that. Similarly, now you know. So we took the consequent, we wrote it here as the antecedent. Now whatever is the antecedent there will become the consequent here. Easy. So what is there? What is the antecedent there? Whatever is between if and then. What is that? The sum of the measures of angles in a figure is 180 degree. That means we say if the figure is a triangle, then the sum of the measures of its angle is 180 degree. That is what we write. Then the sum of the measures of its angles is 180 degree. Wasn't that easy? So we know when we write a converse, it's very simple. Just swap the places of the antecedent and the consequent and we get it. But be careful, just don't write the same, literally pick up the sentence and write it. Make some grammatical changes as it is required. We know English, right? Very easy, right? Now let's see the next statement. Let's see that. It says that if the sum of the measures of two angles is 90 degree, then they are complement of each other. Again, we are going to write the converse. We know the process. The process is so simple. Antecedent and the consequent, we have to just swap their places. Beautiful. So, in the given statement, first check what is the consequent. Whatever follows then. So, what is that? They are complement of each other. Now, just don't write here if they are complement of each other. You will say, no, you told. Write the consequent there as antecedent. No, but be careful. Use some presence of mind. When we say they, what is that? They refers to the two angles there. So how do we write? If two angles are complement of each other. So be careful. We wrote that. Then what happens? Then whatever is the antecedent there becomes a consequent here. So that is between if and then. What is that? The sum of the measures of two angles is 90 degree. So we can write here then the sum of two angles. Rather than writing two angles is already written. So we can just write then their sum is 90 degree. There means we are talking about two angles. It's so simple. So very easy, isn't it? Very simple process, right? Beautiful. Let's see the next one. If the corresponding angles formed by a transversal of two lines are congruent, then the two lines are parallel. Let's understand this. Again, we are going to write the converse. We know when we write the converse, what is that? It's so simple, right? We have to write the antecedent as the consequent and consequent becomes the antecedent. That means we are swapping their places. Beautiful. So pick up whatever comes after then, because that is nothing but the consequent and that is going to become the antecedent here. So what is that? The two lines are parallel. So we write here if two lines are parallel. Then what happens? Then we write after then the antecedent from there. What is that? Yes, then the corresponding angles formed by a transversal of two lines are congruent. It's so simple. Then the corresponding angles formed by a transversal are congruent because of two lines we have already written, so need not repeat it again. Was that easy? It's so simple, right? Let's see the next one. It is going to be very easy. It says that if the sum of the digits of a number is divisible by 3, then the number is divisible by 3. Now that's so simple. We have to write the converse. That means we know we need to swap the places of antecedent and consequent. So in the given statement, what's the consequent? Whatever follows then. What is that? The number is divisible by 3. So we write there, if the number is divisible by 3, then what happens? Then what is given there, that antecedent becomes a consequent there. Then we can say that the sum of the digits of a number is divisible by 3. So we need not write the number again. So what do we write? We write the sum of its digit is also divisible by 3. See there, if the number is divisible by 3, then the sum of its digit is divisible by 3. Was that easy? It's so simple.